Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, you are as deep as the ocean. You're certainly not surface dwellers, right? You're certainly not surface dwellers. You know, you tend to look deeper into things. You can extract meaning. You know, you're not just governed by the five senses. And, you know, you have intuition and the ability to interpret and understand, right? You have this blessing as a chosen one, an empath. But a crucial, not mistake, but something that you overlooked, right, was the way this narcissist that was involved in your life orientated themselves, right? You see, for example, if I break it down, okay, you somehow got acquainted with this narcissistic individual. You got acquainted somehow. But as deep as you are, you took these interactions that took place initially and throughout as if they was coming from, you know, a light-hearted, free-spirited, straight-up individual, right? And that's why, like, going to where you're at in your journey now, I don't know exactly where you are, but you could be after a discard, after a reverse discard. You know, things could be getting really chaotic and you're planning on making your exit, or things could have been so chaotic and you've already got out, or whatever the situation is you are in at the moment, right? You kind of clutch to that. And that's why I think you're completely disregarding, I should say, a crucial component, right? And that's the immense amount of effort the narcissist that was involved in your life put in to become acquainted with you in the first place, right? And this just takes a bit of reflection. I'm not trying to trigger rumination in you. I don't want you ruminating about the narcissist, right? But I just want you to reflect upon it and analyze it. Not ruminate, but reflect and analyze, right? All of these interactions that you had when you first met this individual, right? They had a motive. They had an agenda. This could be a simple conversation you had on a given day. This could have been the first interaction you ever had with this dusty weirdo, right? But everything was premeditated, right? And that's what I'm saying. As deep as you are, and you're certainly, as chosen ones and empaths, you have a lot of intuition. You're certainly not surface dwellers, right? There's just a crucial component that you're missing, and it's the immense amount of effort they seriously put in to become acquainted with you. Literally, the levels are off the Richter scale. It's beyond belief, the amount of effort that they actually put in to become acquainted with you, right? So that's why I'm saying, if you're in your place now and this narcissist that was involved in your life has put you through pain, or has treated you with disregard, or has devalued you, or has put you in this fucking horrible space that you may be in now, you know? You may feel down, you may feel upset, you may, you know, your spirit might be drained, you know, you don't feel like you're radiating at the same light you once did, you know. You've only got to reflect, right? And see that this little fucking parasite, right? Done everything and more to be acquainted with you initially, right? That's not for no reason. So I don't want you to think, okay, because a duration of time played out, you know, it's things on your side of things that you done wrong, or it's things on your side of things that you could have done better. Or, you know, I don't want you going down that rabbit hole with your mind, heart, and soul, you know, because that's, you know, rumination can lead you to that place where you start ruminating about things that played out, and you'll be thinking, oh, maybe you could have done this better, or maybe you could have done that, or maybe you could have done this. You know what I'm saying? It's not the case, right? This individual this narcissistic individual that was involved in your life does not put in effort for no reason, right? And that is a fundamental, crucial component you're completely disregarding. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, right? It happens, right? But these people do not put in effort for no reason, right? They're putting in effort because you're worth what they're pursuing. You have what they desire. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Just like this video showed up for you, it may help someone else out there in the community. So by helping with the algorithm, you can help trigger that video to show it to someone else by pressing the like button. Thank you so much in advance. But they don't put in this effort for no reason, right? They're putting in this effort for a selfish agenda, right? For motives they have on their part, right? To feel fulfilled, right? You know, I've heard people talk about the bottomless cup, you know, and you can just keep filling the cup and it drains out, you know? I've heard this theory in the narcissistic community, right? But I think that chosen ones and empaths, as much as they are a bottomless cup or a bucket with holes in, right? As much as I totally agree with that concept, right? I think that you make their cup overflow, right? I think you make their cup overflow. And it's at this point in time when they start getting an inflated sense of self, they start feeling, you know, accomplished. They feel like they have you under their finger. They feel like they've got you where they want you, right? That's when they start backing away and putting in less effort or doing manipulation tactics, more on the surface manipulation tactics, rather than, you know, this effort that I'm talking about, like, you know, like positive baiting, you know? A lot of what happens in the early days, not even early days, but throughout the relationship, is like they'll give you positive reinforcement, but they're doing it with a premeditated plan. So it's like positive baiting, right? I was talking about baiting yesterday on the video. The video yesterday, yeah, one of the videos I done yesterday, I was talking about more negative baiting. But what a narcissist involved in your life will do is positive bait you, right? Which takes effort from their part, right? It's easy to do because you've got so many beautiful traits and wonderful characteristics. So it's easy for them to do, but I'm saying them being selfish parasites, right? It still takes a lot of effort, you know, immense amounts of effort for them to actually engage in that type of endeavor, right? So they will put in this effort with you, right? And I don't want you to forget that. I want you to remember that. Instead of thinking about what's happened now, right? What they've done now, discarded you, reverse discarded you, you know, making your life so troublesome and chaotic, you're planning your exit, or you've already cut them off because they become too toxic. I just want you to remember the times that they were putting in all this effort, right? And whatever abuse they're putting you through now, or they have put you through and you're trying to heal, just remember that time, right? Nothing changed from your part. You didn't do less. You made no mistakes. It's not that you could have done more, right? They're just fuck-ups. You know what I'm saying? They're just fuck ups. And that's why I'm talking about that theory about the bottomless cup or the hole in the bucket theory. I think that their cup actually overflows, you know, with supply. It overflows and they start getting reckless, you know. They get too much supply. They start getting reckless, you know. Once that cup starts overflowing of the energy supply inside their psyche's heart, mind, and soul, whatever's left of their psyche, heart, mind, and soul, whenever that cup starts overflowing, you know, they start making reckless decisions. So, for example, they might go onto a new supply, they might start devaluing you, they might start gaslighting you, they might start abusing you, and coming with more cunning tactics, right? More in your face negative tactics, opposed to the ones that they done initially, right? When they were first trying to become acquainted with you, right? When they were first trying to become acquainted with you, it was positive baiting. And what I'm trying to talk about is they was laying the bait, you know. It was things that were actually there, you know, they could see them. These were apparent things in your persona, in your characteristics, in your looks, in your mindset. You know, they could see all of these positive things, so they could give you them things easily. They could tell you them things about yourself, right? But it's positive baiting. They was using your beautiful traits against you, you know, to try and make themselves be, in your mind, a trusted individual, you see? So they were doing these positive things, you being kind, being this, being that, praising you, you know, being there for you, but that's positive baiting. You know, all this took effort. And then obviously you're involved in a relationship, it's mutual, like you're seeing them put effort, you're not realizing that, which is why it's like you completely disregarded the effort they're putting in. Like there was a hidden hand behind it. There was a hidden agenda behind the positive reinforcement you've got, all of that, right? So you kind of completely disregarded it. So they were putting in this, they were coming in this stance with this positive reinforcement, this positive baiting, I like to call it, right? They were coming with this positive baiting, and once they got what they wanted out of you, and the cup started to overflow with energy supply, you mutually started giving back. Because you know, you're transparent, you're authentic, you're honest, you're true, you're generous, you're loving, you're kind, you're pure. You started giving back, right? And you started giving back more, okay? Not more than them, but you started giving back what you believed to be equally deemable amounts, like, because you were feeling like this person was giving you the same. You believed you was in a reciprocal relationship, so you was giving back. But the point that I'm saying you completely disregarded is all of this effort and it was positive baiting, basically. You know, they were fashioning themselves in a stance. People call it the mask. People call it the love bomb. Like, it's really positive baiting. You know, it's not really love bomb. They're not deliberately like giving you false flattery and saying, oh, wow, you're wonderful and this and that. Like, they know you're wonderful. They know you're damn good. They know you're special. It's easy for them. They're just basically pointing out things that you might not even know about yourself, right? Because how can I put it? Like, chosen ones and empaths are humble. You know, they don't go around with their head in the clouds. You know, chosen ones and empaths are humble individuals, you know? Like, a lot of individuals won't even give you a compliment because they feel inferior to you, right? A lot of chosen ones and empaths won't even receive compliments from other individuals, non-narcissistic individuals. You won't even receive compliments from other individuals, right? You know, true chosen ones and empaths won't even receive compliments because these people will think that you're already getting compliments from a myriad of people anyway, right? So what I'm trying to break down to you is this love bomb that people have misconstrued, thinking that this narcissist has come along, gave them false love, told them all glorious things about. No, it's not they're telling you all glorious things about yourself. Like, these things are true, Everything they were pointing out was true. Narcissists do talk truth, right? They were pointing things out of you that were true about you. Whether it's your characteristics, whether it's your persona, whether it's your mindset, whether it's all of them combined, right? Whether it's your looks, whatever it is, whether it's the way you work hard, whether it's your, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, right, that they were telling you, right, that was positive baiting, right? But just like if you're fishing, you go to a pool of water, you know there's fish in there, right? You know there's fish in there. You know what I'm saying? You know there's fish in there. You know if you cast that bait, you know what I'm saying? So they're just throwing their fishing line into you as an ocean. You see what I'm saying? And they can say something which they deem they can see. They can see this in you. Whatever it is, your characteristics, the way you do things, the way you handle things, your work, whatever. Your persona, whatever it is about you that these people so-called quote unquote love bombed you about, right? They were just casting their fishing line into you. You see what I'm saying? It's positive baiting. But these things are actually true. So that's why I want you to reflect on that. I want you to go back in time, reflect on that. Stop thinking, I'm not trying to take you all the way back to the beginning. I don't want you to get emotional or nothing like that. But I want, what I'm trying to establish in you is a mental exercise that you will actually, you will gain some closure from this, because you'll see that these things are true about you, right? And the abuse that you're going through, through the duration of the relationship, and after when you went east and west, or what you're still currently going through now, right? That abuse is because their cup got overflowed, because they were giving you something. It was positive baiting. It was love. It was positive baiting. It was telling you things that are about yourself with a hidden hand, with a hidden agenda, because they were telling you these things. You mutually gave back because you felt like you was in a reciprocal relationship. You're building foundations. You'd be transparent, honest, and true, and you thought you was in this relationship with them. This just inflated their sense of self, because they always admired you. That's what you have to understand about all this effort they put in. They always admired you. They admired you from when they first discovered you. They admired you. And they still admire you now, no matter what they've put you through. All it is, if you got married to this individual, you settled down with this individual, or they got used to you, and they got an inflated sense of self because their cup started to overflow, right? But now they'll go out into the world, they'll try to find new supplies that don't nourish that cup the same way you as a chosen one and empath did, Don't give them that same supply source, Just imagine it like water, Imagine it like water, But they're getting some different kind of contaminated water now. Tainted. Not pure. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not getting that pure hit. You know what I'm saying? Or you could look at it because they're like addicts, and they like supply like an addict. Could be like a drug, It's like they're getting a placebo now rather than the actual drug, And yeah, placebo can work for a moment, but soon the subjects, like when they give placebo drugs to subjects, maybe one or two, like when they run trials on these individuals and they give placebo drugs to one group of subjects and the real drug to another group of subjects, studies will concur eventually that the ones that are taking the drugs start to reduce in symptoms or whatever, and the placebo affected ones are actually adversely affected, and they discover this from their findings. You know, this is what separates a placebo effect from a real drug effect, you know? And I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not promoting the medical pharmaceutical industry or anything like that. I'm just using it as a reference. You know what I'm saying? They're getting a placebo now. They're getting that tainted water now. They're getting, it's not going to nourish them the same way that you used to nourish them, you know? So their cup won't be getting overfilled, you know? They might have some stagnant water, you know, because they're still a bottomless cup or a hole in a bucket, you know, or they're going to have some stagnant water, you know what I'm saying? Lingering around. But just please understand that you did, you know, it does happen to victims of abuse. You completely disregard a key component, and that's narcissists putting immense amount of pressure, amounts of effort to become affiliated with you. So I hope this video helps, and please press the like and the subscribe button. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can, that's only if you want to. You don't have to donate to the channel, of course not, but I'm saying if you want to contribute to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. Thank you in advance. I do really appreciate all the support from anyone that gives support to the channel, you know, but obviously I understand it's not, you don't have to, you know. I put this content out here for free. I don't, you know, but before I go, I just want to bring to your attention again that I've launched a new free community forum on the membership website. It's open for everyone to use to build, expand, and connect to fellow survivors. I'm looking at the longevity of the forum, as I should have created one when I first launched the membership site. I'm also running one-to-one sessions. If you want tailor-made advice and me to shed some light on your issues, you can always reach out. The Empath group meeting is coming up on the 28th, and there is a new WhatsApp and Telegram group for survivors to stay in touch. Lastly, if you want crisis email support and a plan of action, the links for all I've mentioned are in the description box below. And if you are interested, there is a video that I think you should check out, that I made yesterday. Let me just pull it up now. If you are interested, I think it's one of those videos that will help you. It's kind of discussing what we discussed in this video. I was discussing more of a positive baiting, you know, but this is more on a negative baiting side of things, how they negatively bait you. So that might help some of you out. So it's called The Narcissist Pulls Away to Bait a Reaction, and a link will come up here in the video screen now. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.